our next show.
For this next show, you should have some cash ready, because there's going to be some things they might do at the end of the show for cash donations. So...
If you think what we're doing is stupid, give it up for Questionable Choices.
Woo!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We are Questionable Choices Sideshow. My name is Casimir the Hungry. This is Charlie the Blockhead and Ravenous Rose. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's right, we are a sideshow. However, if you have ever seen a sideshow before, you will know that there's a lot of mystery behind sideshow, and we want to mix things up a little bit. Instead, we are going to pull back the veil and show you exactly how we do a lot of this stuff. Now, that all having been said, even though we're going to show you all of these things, that doesn't mean you should do it. Because this stuff is real and you can actually get injured.
In fact, my son's in the audience, please, nobody do this.
Yes. For example, this is a real mousetrap. Now the thing about Sideshow is, yes, there is a lot of technique involved, and there is a lot of things that you need to know, and it does take years of training in order to do some of these. Unless you're Charlie, and then it takes about 5 minutes. Because he's not a smart man. So we want to demonstrate for you right off the bat what it takes to be a sideshow performer. Like I said, these are real mouse traps. Ready?
Ready.
Now, like I said, this is absolutely real. There's no tricks in any way, shape, or form. No tricks in any way, shape, or form. So, let's get right down to it, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Charlie the Blockhead.
Hey folks, how many of you know what blockhead is?
I do.
Okay, there's one very reluctant person that does. Not a lot of people know it. You might recognize it once you see it. Blockhead is actually a relatively old carny technique. It's actually an idea that goes back to childhood, because kids have been sticking stuff up their nose since the dawn of time. I'm going to walk out here real quick. Let's see, where's someone going to roll to? Over here. 4-inch nail. 4-inch nail. Now, as Casimir mentioned, these aren't tricks, they're stunts. These are things that realistically any of you could learn to do. The question is, why would you? So, things like, let's say, juggling or being a trapeze artist, those things take a lot of practice and a lot of skill, but maybe you don't have the time or the talent to learn a skill like that. Maybe you had to figure out something real quick, because maybe you had to skip town with the carnival as it came through. Maybe, there we go. Oh, yep, you can feel it touching. There it is. Maybe you thought the best way to get away from paying some alimony or taking care of an ex-wife is to find a trick that anyone can learn in about a week. Maybe you too could be a blockhead.
Oh, I guess it's me. Okay. So, kind of going on with that, if you have no skill, but have a strong stomach and are willing to eat anything, you could have probably been a geek back in old sideshows, what they used to call, and they mostly ate a lot of chicken heads and necks. I'm not going to do that, but I did bring a lovely display of male rhino beetles. If I think Kayla wants to look at one.
I don't.
I heard you make a noise.
I did make it. Oh my God, no.
No, they are not. Oh, because these are humanely killed in the most humane bug killing way, which is not smushing apparently, but. So yeah, if you didn't have much skill back in the day, you could just eat disgusting dead things or living things, as a lot of times it was. So even if you had to skip down and you didn't want to put a nail in your head, you could always just eat stuff. And since I apparently have no skill and a strong stomach, that means I got the short end of the stick to be the insectivore. So I guess here we go. Should I start with the butt or the head?
Head.
The be like a Thai seasoning, it seems like. So, yeah, so if you guys want to become like me, you can just get some bugs and...
We have a couple more downstairs.
Yeah, we got some more, so I could use a partner.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to get through and only half an hour to do it, so we're just going to keep rolling. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the bed of nails is a time-honored tradition, dating back centuries, all the way back to the fakirs of India. Now, the thing with the bed of nails is, like I said, we're going to pull back the veil a little bit. The bed of nails works on the principle that if you disperse your weight across enough points, it reduces the amount of weight on each point. Now, the human skin can withstand roughly 2 pounds of pressure on a nail point before skin is punctured. So if you put all of your weight on one nail, it will puncture, but if you spread your weight across a bunch of nails, it will not puncture because you reduce the amount of weight on each nail. The problem is I do not have a bed of nails. I have a bed of wood screws, which you will note are sharper than nails and also have screws. So if these go into my flesh, it's going to be a lot painful to get them out. The other thing you will note about a bed of nails is I could have padding in this shirt. So that needs to come off. So ladies, if pasty dad bod is your thing, then this next part is for you. Nothing up my sleeve? There we go. Where's my cell phone? There we go. But is he really doing it, you're wondering? Is he really doing that? Let's find out. How's that look? Not foreshadowing at all. Oh, I forgot my hammer. Could you grab my hammer real quick? There we go. Thank you. Megan, why don't you tell people what you're about to do here? Sorry, rude.
So once again, because I have no discernible skills, and I ran away to the circus to be an idiot, I will now be eating glass. And as you just saw, that is a real light bulb. So Charlie is now going to break it because I am not awesome enough that I can actually just bite into it yet.
No, it looks right. There you go.
So once again, this is real glass. This is not, what is it, sugar glass or trick glass or...
Everybody thinks that's a thing. It's just...
Yeah, it's just not a thing. It's just easier just to learn and have, yeah. So I guess I'm not going to talk a lot after this because this is glass going into my mouth. So, yeah.
Wash it down.
Okay, so don't do that at home, and thank you.
You guys having a good time so far?
That's a word.
You didn't think you were going to see that when you showed up today, did you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen a lot of really insane stuff. But coming up, we are going to present to you one of the most dangerous sideshow stunts. I'm not joking about that fact. At this moment in time, there are only a few dozen performers stunt in the entire world. People have died doing this, and hopefully that doesn't happen to me. But ladies and gentlemen, before your very eyes, I am going to swallow this sword. Oh yeah.
Yeah!
Shit's about to get real. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may be asking, is that thing really real? And like I said at the beginning of the show, yes, all of this is real. Is a real blade. Now you may be wondering how it is exactly that I am able to do what I am about to do. And like I said, there are no secrets here. What I need to do in order to swallow this blade is I need to control not one, but 3 gag reflexes. There are a lot of really disappointed women in the house right now. That's right, I'm suppressing 3 gag reflexes the entire time this sword is down my throat. One at the back of the throat, one at the base of the neck, and one at the top of the stomach. I need to suppress them the entire time the sword is down, otherwise things could get really messy on all of Stefan's equipment. And judging from the awkward silence in the booth, I guess he doesn't want that. So in order to do that, I need to suppress those gag reflexes. What I also need to do is there's a flap in your throat known as an epiglottis. What the epiglottis does is it prevents things from getting into your lungs. And I think we can all agree that if this goes into my lungs, this is going to be a short show. What she said. And the third thing, ladies and gentlemen, is this is a completely straight sword, and this is not. So what I need to do is I need to push my Adam's apple forward and out of the way, and I need to nudge my heart a few millimeters to the side. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. This is stupid. Somebody stop me, for Christ's sake.
No!
Just eat it already. I'm not a 2-year-old. Here comes the airplane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you want to see me swallow a sword? Yeah. Why? All right, here we go. They say the way to a man's heart. They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, which is why I married a blacksmith. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is extremely dangerous, and I want to reiterate the fact that you should never do this at home or at your friend's house like I did, or anywhere else. I didn't actually have anything to say that time, I just wanted to mess with you. All right, here we go, for real. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear you cheer. Forgot to lube it up. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing the end of our show. And I hope you were paying attention at the beginning and have got your wallets out with some cash. Because Charlie is going to do something really dumb.
We talked about tasty dad bod earlier, right? Part 2. It's actually a long-standing tradition among carny folk and, oddly enough, pro wrestlers of finding things that look horrible and are painful, to be sure, but aren't any kind of permanently damaging type of thing to do. One of those involves a common household object. And again, to show that there's no padding or gag to this, you can look at all my bad tattoo decisions. But if you would like to help raise some money for Fearless, Rose will be out in the audience collecting your cash, which I will then make sure to collect myself. No! And we'll see how much money we can raise.
Anyone?
Hold up them bills.
Over there. Might need a nail.
What else over here?
It has more than one staple, because,
Oh, that's a 50.
yeah.
Navel?
Oh no, he wanted his over the navel.
Hang on.
There you go.
Yeah. Navel. Running out of space.
Go back?
You wanna try to...
I don't know.
Oh, we've got a fan of dollars here. Hold on.
Oh, you wanna give
Hold
like a
that
nice
one.
spread?
Yeah, here we go. Where do you want this one?
Nice flourish.
Oh, a little spray of.
You'll note the lack of hesitation from Casimir. Let's get this guy. We still haven't gotten this one. Lincoln's upside down. There we go. And what's left here? We got a bicep. The one way to make him look good finally. There we are. Do we have any other cash? You can try a credit card. I don't know if it'll read. We good? All right. How much money did I make you? That's
That's a lot. That's a fair amount of money.
Yeah, most of this will end up going to Fearless. I can
Yeah.
promise you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been Questionable Choices Sideshow. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you!
Oh, God. I stood on him.
Yeah. Yeah, was that fun?
That was terrifying.
I wasn't around, so I couldn't stand on him.
That's probably for the best.